Hi, this is Tammy from A Long Way Out. I hope everyone has had a great week. Last time we were still talking about progression and how this all progresses. And remember, I said I wanted to give this whole reactive abuse, I wanted to use this podcast for because it's very important. I've dreaded all week covering this because this is hard for me to do. This is what took everything from me. So today, we're going to talk about reactive abuse. This is a form of self-defense. It's when someone has taken so much abuse that she explodes. You may have been there. She does things that are completely out of character for her. Reactive abuse is often involuntary and it's triggered by the fight or flight response. She may just scream and verbally insult the abuser. She may throw things. She might even lash out violently. I would always scream once I threw keys across the room. It may only happen once. It may become a pattern of behavior. But the reality is a person can only take so much. The actual abuser often tries to push their targets to lash out. They do this on purpose. They try. That's their goal, is to make you react. The purpose of this is to make their target feel responsible for the abuse cycle, even though they're just trying to protect themselves. Remember how we talked about how important it was not to react. This is what I was talking about. They deliberately provoke their targets into an emotional, angry, or even violent outburst. Then they refer to this as proof that their targets are emotionally unstable, crazy, or even they're the ones that are abusive. The targets are abusive. They use that reaction to create their flying monkeys. I know that's a funny term. I know we touched on this term before, but let me explain a little more how it originated. The term flying monkeys comes from the Wicked Witch of the West's minions in the original Wizard of Oz. I hate to say I'm old enough to remember the original Wizard of Oz. They are the ones the abusers recruit to assist them in spying on and bullying the target. And this is usually the people that are closest to the target. The people she loves the most. Her children, her friends, her family, anyone that she cherishes. This is set up by chronic psychological abuse, such as belittling, gaslighting, whatever it takes to get the target to react. The moment the target explodes, cries, or reacts angrily in any way, the abuser acts calm. They document this reaction, either by video or just like a mental document. This is what she did, a story or whatever that they might tell. But then they present this reaction to her family, to her friends, to her colleagues, not telling them about the abuse that caused her to react that way. And then they say things like, see, I told ya, or I'm really worried about her. Or, they might say things like, she is so toxic. They manipulate her loved ones, convincing them that she's the one that's out of control. She's crazy. She needs help. They discredit the target, making her look like the abuser. They make other people doubt the original abuse that she might have expressed. Then the very people that she thought she could count on for support doubts her. They believe that she is the problem. This is absolutely the worst kind of blow to the target. It cuts her completely off from her support network. Meanwhile, the abuser's hands are kept clean. They're able to keep their charming, funny public image. It is so important that you recognize the setup. Do not react to it. Observe, don't absorb. Don't argue. Don't try to justify or explain yourself in any way. It just makes it worse. Especially to the flying monkeys. And I'm speaking to you from just straight experience. This, sorry. The more you try, the more everything's turned on you. You're accused of manipulating, causing drama. They even accuse you of being the narcissist. This process is very personal to me, and it's very real. This is exactly how it plays out. But when I was in the middle of it, I didn't recognize it. I didn't know what it was called. It wasn't until after I was out of it and went to therapy, and then they explained all of this to me. I didn't know what was happening. But I'm telling you what is happening. I reacted, and I lost. I lost big time. Paid a very high price. If you can, sever all ties with the abusers. Do whatever you can. Go to a domestic violence shelter called DHS. Get out. I know it's easier said than done. I've been there. But the sooner you get out, the better. If you're following these videos, like and subscribe them. And again, I am so sorry. This is emotional for me. But please share this. You never know who is going through this. You can text the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 887-88. Remember, June 1st is Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day. Wear your purple. That's a month away, guys. And if you feel like you're in danger, please don't hesitate to call 911. And until next time, stay safe.